The Long Dark is a survival and exploration game set in a cold Canadian wasteland. It was kickstarted a couple years back and it has you gathering and exploring in a stark wilderness. And I mean stark as in way, way in the north. It's about as fundamental as a survival game gets really. Your only enemy here is the elements themselves, and among the most common experiences you'll have include running out of food, getting lost in a snowstorm, being mauled by wildlife and dying alone and unloved in a frozen wasteland. Now, that might not sound like the most thrilling prospect, but it's a very well executed concept. Definitely not for everyone, but if you let yourself get taken in by this game, it will put you through some powerful experiences. In the advertising they call it a thoughtful experience, and I think that's an appropriate word to describe it. Your mind definitely wanders as you trudge through deep snow like a lost Inuit, wondering whether you'll find something to eat or a place to sleep that night. The weather is your main antagonist. Full-blown icy death storms come and go, and like real life you don't want to be outside when they hit. Managing your warmth is crucial, and so fire is vital. I really like this game. It achieves what it sets out to. Crawling towards a shelter as you slowly freeze to death is a curiously fulfilling kind of gameplay to me. It feels real. The desperation and relief is entirely your own. The hunger, thirst, fatigue and cold you feel translates to you as a gamer in a way I haven't seen before. You can see your cold breath coming out of your face and break your fucking legs falling from cliffs. Carrying too much will tire you out and slow you down, so you have to be selective about what you take with you over long treks. You kind of have to think things through like real life. Is it worth using your last few matches for a little bit of light? Is it worth heading out in a blizzard to find food, or should you try and wait out the night and risk starving to death? Do you dump all the heavy wood you've accumulated to move faster, but risk not having the materials to start a fire later? There's a lot to try and balance when managing your inventory, and it's a difficult game to master, honestly. The actual gameplay is what you might expect. You wander looking out for food, wood, tools for survival, and finally a place to rest for the night, all while keeping yourself topped up on food and water. Then you wake up, warm up, drink, eat, and head out again in a random direction. Rinse, repeat. You could consider it repetitive, and it would be a fair point, but the level of immersion keeps you invested, and besides it's equally a game about exploration, and the urge to see what's over the next hill is rather compelling. It's really nice to look at as well. The art style takes on a minimalist oil painting kind of style, providing a satisfyingly cozy feeling to it all. The light from your fire flickers in a warm orange glow, and the sky takes on some incredible colours at times. The overall pace and mood is more similar to a walking simulator than a tense survival game. The whole atmosphere is really absorbing, and the music does a lot for this. It's used sparsely and it fits well, enhancing moments of discovery and offering a kind of lonely ambience to the bleak winter landscapes. Now this might just be me, but I find the sound effects soothing in how mundane they are. From the sound of tearing newspaper into kindling, sizzling yourself some venison over a fire, or just taking a swig of water, the sound design is spot on, even if most activities do boil down to just watching a progress bar fill at varying speeds. Things like trying to light a fire will take a while, and it might not even work depending on materials and conditions, but I think it's appropriate given the intentionally slow pace they're going for. The biggest problem I can see is a lack of a hook for returning players. You'll find yourself in more interesting and challenging areas as you continue to migrate, but there will inevitably come a time where you've seen everything there is to see. For example, it's a real exciting moment when you come across the hydroelectric dam and get giddy over the resources that must lay inside, but once you've been there and moved on, there's little impact from the location on subsequent playthroughs. They do remedy this by having the items appear in different locations each time you play, but I don't think there's much pleasure to be gained by treading the same footsteps over and over. But despite that, I think it's a great game. The people who make it clearly love what they do, and it shows in the attention to detail they pay to the survival elements. I'm interested in where they take it going forward. Being early access, there's lots still to be added. There's plans to add an episodic story mode as well as expansions to the sandbox, so stuff to look forward to for sure. The more I think about it, this game kind of reminds me of that film The Revenant with Leo DiCaprio. Freezing conditions, bear attacks. And that guy is immune to hypothermia, seriously. He gets plunged into freezing water tons but always keeps moving. He's just got that DiCaprio fire burning inside. You can't ever put that out.